Hi FedEx! My name's Alyssa Ramage and I'm the owner and designer for Onero Jewelry. I just want to start off thank you guys so much for this opportunity, and I'm very excited to be one of the top 75 finalists. So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about what I'm passionate about and how that's reflected in my business, and I know I only have 5 minutes, so I'm going to try really hard to make it on time. So I've narrowed it down to 2 passions, and the first passion in my life is being a creative. And when I was a little girl, I had no idea what I wanted to be when I grew up, and I went to university right out of high school and got a degree in microbiology and immunology, what every little girl dreams about, and total opposite side of the brain from jewelry design. And I was just feeling so lost and really confused on what path I wanted to go down. And so I spent a lot of time at the career counselor's office. And one of the questions my career counselor asked me was, what did you do when you were 6 years old, or what did you play with? And I told her, well, I really liked crafting and doing art and making crafts with my grandma, and that's what made me happy. And so I kind of thought, well, I can't really make a living doing crafts, so I pushed that aside and started to apply for jobs in my field. And when that didn't work out, I started doing crafts as a hobby, and I will never forget sitting in my kitchen making a piece of art for the very first time, and it was just like electricity was running through my hands and in my veins, and my hands were creating something and my body was just there for the ride, and it was just such a rush, and I'll never forget that feeling. And I think that's really the true definition of passion, is what gives you that electrical feeling or that energy. And I try to live my life now in that way and follow things that give me energy, and that also applies to my business. So one of the things that really gives me that energy is doing photo shoots and collaborating with other creative people. And so it is just something so magical when I get together with all these other creatives, the hair and the makeup and the photography and the videographer, and I have all these ideas swimming around in my head, and I tell them what I want, and we just work together, and it just comes to life, and my vision is just playing out in front of me, and it is just such a high. I just live for that stuff. And so this is a huge part of my business, because these photo shoots are my marketing and my overall brand. And with these photo shoots, I'm trying to really tell a feeling and tell a story about what that collection was, or what I was inspired by to make the collection. And I hope my customers really appreciate that and know that they're just not buying a necklace that was just whipped up. I really put a lot of thought and try to create a whole story behind whatever collection I was launching. So that is my first passion in life. My second passion is customer service, and honestly, I think I'm a little too obsessed with customer service sometimes. I go into businesses all the time and really analyze everything about their business, the good, the bad, how I'm feeling in their store, how they're interacting with me. And I always joke that I'm going to start a side hustle for a consulting business for this, but it all really stems back to when I was 15 years old and I was working at Superstore in the photo audio department, and I was selling TVs and electronics, and I didn't really care about what I was selling, but I was so passionate about my customer service game and just really making the customers feel good about what they're buying, and giving them all the information about their new TV, and not feeling like I'm just trying to make a sale on them. And that is a huge part of my business today. I think that's the most important part of any business, really, because your customer service can really make or break you. And I really pride myself on my customer service. I really try to connect with each and every one of my customers and make it really personal and listen to their story, tell them the inspiration behind the piece they're interested in, and maybe they would make a connection with my story. And I still handwrite every single one of my thank you letters in my orders, and I don't know, I never want to sound like a robot just trying to sell something to someone, and so just giving it my all and really making it a personal touch. So that is my second passion in life. Thank you again for this opportunity, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks.